Hey, this is Phil Lilley, Lilley's Landing Resort and Marina on Lake Taneycomo. Going to do one cast today. It is Monday the 2nd of March. Absolutely beautiful day today, incredible. Hit 70 today, very little wind, cloudy, partly cloudy. It's a great day to be outside. As you can see, I am kind of in a narrow place. I'm going to have to raise my motor a little bit. They're running 2 units again today. Beaver's just running a little bit. Table Rock is not dropping much. Bull Shoals is still on that 6 inches a day. And they're down below. I'm going to go ahead and turn the camera a little bit right now because I'm pointing down. It's good. My sound just came off. There you go. Sorry. Boat got turned around a little bit. I'm gonna fish out this side just for a little bit, but I'm gonna turn the boat around pretty quick. I am in an area, if you look down there, you can see Lookout Island. So I'm back behind the island that goes along this high treed bank. And I'm kind of lodged right here for a second, so I'm just gonna fish this. 2 units coming down through here is a really nice flow. It's difficult getting up here because there's a lot of trees on the bottom. The bottom is just full of trees, especially right here. It's deep. It's probably 7-8 foot deep here, down through here. I can see the bottom. It's clear, but and it's got fish. These fish are not hammered at all. I'm sure there's people that come up here and fish it, but it's a little difficult. There's so much wood. I can see trees in the water all the way across here. I see dark spot all the way through here. But there are fish down in those trees, probably some browns. And the key is to work something kind of over the top of them. Like you could throw a floating Rapala through here, F5 or something like that. Something that doesn't dive more than 3-4 foot deep and probably do pretty good. But 1/8 ounce jig, it'll get down pretty quick, but then I can kind of work it a little fast. The current's not too bad in here. I've got some other rods ready to go with other colors because I probably will lose some jigs. But the other thing is, if you hook a big fish in here, he's probably going to take it right down into a tree. So I've got 4-pound line. I got an 1/8 ounce white jig. Actually, it's got some gray in it. This is one of our jigs. It's a Lilleys jig, and it's tied with red thread, which I really like. We've got white that's tied with red thread, and then we have white that's tied with white thread jigs. Okay, where's my paddle? Gotta get myself off this bank here. I might be on a tree. Might have to call Blake to come get me if I'm stuck. Okay. I'm unstuck for a moment. But I kind of like being stuck here just for a second, because once I get going, it's going to be kind of hard to slow down. Okay, like I said, it's nothing but trees out there, so it's kind of an open area right here, so maybe I can work that. The other nice thing about working a white jig is I can see that jig in the water. So if a fish comes up and takes a swipe at it, if it's big enough, I'll see it. Looks like nothing on the first cast. A little disappointed. I thought I might at least get a bite or see something come up and chase it. But that's okay. I can also see the trees, and I can kind of avoid them. But then I get down in this area like right here, it's so deep. Yeah, there's one. Ooh, good one. Nice rainbow. Okay, what I want to try to do is stay up here. I don't have my boat today. It's on the trailer because I'm wanting to go crappie fishing. I'm going to back myself back into this bank and kind of hold myself here. This is one fat rainbow. He has been sitting back here just chowing down on something. Net. Have to net the first fish. He's not real long, but he is stout. Beautiful fish. Hold on there, buddy. There we go. Now I got him. Oh, there. Yeah, you're okay. Beautiful fish. I don't think this is going to be my last one either. And not my one and only. It's had him right in the nose. Good hook set though. Okay. My back end is swinging around, so I'm going to take this opportunity to change the camera again. I really don't like this mount very well. Okay. This is where I want to be anyhow, facing up. The only thing is I've got that sun coming over my left shoulder. I don't like to point the camera in the sun. I am not surprised I caught that fish up here. Not at all. There are some good fish back here. This is in the trophy area, which is the trophy area is the upper 3.5 miles of Lake Taneycomo. And you have to use artificial up here. You can't use anything that's soft or smells. And there is a slot limit on rainbows. You've got to throw back rainbows between 12 and 20 inches. And that's designed to grow fish a little bigger up here. Of course, it works. Works really good. I felt him hit that. I did not see him hit it. My jig disappeared down into some deep water. Supposed to get some awesome weather this week. Supposed to be in the 50s and 60s all week long. No rain until the end of the week. And even then it's not supposed to rain a whole lot. Current's going a little faster than the boat, so I can kind of work it, throwing it out and let it work it as it drops down below the boat. It's another way to work the jig and kind of keep it up. off the bottom. Looks like a little minnow that's maybe. Looks like a little minnow that's kind of injured, that's swimming, but it's swimming downstream. It's kind of losing its battle against the current. So I'm giving it a little bit of action as it drops, and I'm over closer to the bank over there. Sometimes if you just kind of let it swing behind the boat, then nail it. I bet you there's some big browns in here. I just know there are. Looked like that rainbow had been eaten real well. I'm sure there's some forage fish back here, some minnows. We've got a ton of creek chubs behind our dock right now. Some of them are just 2 or 3 inches long. And I was watching the big rainbows down there underneath our dock just a little bit ago, and I've never seen them attack those chubs, because the chubs are just sitting there. They're eating the same morsels of food after people clean fish. So they're sitting right in amongst the bigger fish, and for the first time today I saw those big rainbows busting through those chubs. They were nailing them. So even those big rainbows, they'll eat those chubs. They'll eat forage fish, minnows, whatever's in here, sculpin. There's enough cover back here. I'm sure there's a lot of little fish. There's a rise right along the bank over there. I'm not seeing quite as many trees in this area, so I'm going to let my jig go down a little further. I think I'm being a little too careful. You got to loosen jigs to catch fish. Maybe. I'm looking down at the water right here. It's probably 7 feet deep. It's deep back here. Yep. Okay, I kind of want to change colors anyhow. Oh, it came loose. Okay, I'm gonna set this down. Grab another rod with I got one with the black and yellow on it. Ooh, I got a mess here. Okay. It's 4-pound line, black and yellow. I think it's 3/32 ounce. It's not a 1/8 ounce. really surprised I hadn't caught more fish. Let's see. Got a tree right there. I can drop it down in this hole before I get to the tree. Okay, I'm gonna throw this white again over there. Come on, big fish. I think that was some wood. Oh, there's a tree right there. Yeah, there's a tree right there. Just caught a little bit of the tree there. Picked up some moss. So I'm throwing over 2 trees right now. Come on. Oh, I caught that very end of that tree. I thought I was by it. Hey, it came loose again. Where's Dad? Another tree. I'm not sure if I'm gonna get this one out. Nope. Like I would. Now, as I get down a little further, current slows down a little bit. Because it opens up quite a bit. Less trees too. So I can go a little bit lighter jig. It's a nice deep hole right here between these trees. Come on. I am really looking for a big fish in here. That's why I came in here. I mean, the rainbow I caught was nice, but I'm looking for a big fish. I know they're in here. One more cast with this, and then I'm going to go to a sculpin and ginger I think I've got on a rod. Oh, I like this. It's a nice deep hole. There's wood on the other side, but I don't see any wood down here in the hole. Gotta be some fish holding in there. I'm gonna stay up here just a second. One more cast with this. Let it drop in there. Ah. Okay, this looks like a 16th ounce, which is lighter than what I want to throw, but this is 2-pound line, which is really asking for trouble fishing around in these trees. Tree right there. This is a sculpin peach with a sculpin head. Just about wore this spot out. Okay, I'm gonna move on down. Got still a couple hundred yards to work. About halfway through this, but I think I'm gonna move a little quicker going down through here. See, I'm not hitting the trolling motor at all now. I threw it right into a log. Got 2 pounds stuck on. I'm not gonna pull that jig out. Hey, oh, phooey. Let's see. Looks like I got a 16th ounce. Black and yellow. Come on, fish, where you at? There's one. Little one. He's pretty. He's got a belly too. It's deep here. I can't even see the bottom. So I'm gonna let it drop deeper. A good chance of getting snagged right there on it. There's not hardly any. There's a couple of trees in the middle. There's a lot of trees over there on the bank, but this is pretty much cleared out. The current, when it gets really super high, it keeps this area cleaned out. Trees, they get blown out of here. So it's pretty clean. A few more casts. I'm gonna call it quits. A little disappointed. I really thought I'd do better in here. Say one more. Got a tree right there. I'm not sure. Looks like it really shallows up and I've got some trees. In fact, I'm gonna reel in and get past those. Be the smart thing to do. It's a little tricky getting up here. You gotta hang to the bank side down here. But it's not impossible. It's not hard. You have to watch what you're doing. Any less, you get down to one unit and you can't come up here. Maybe with your trolling motor, but I'm gonna go one more time below this tree. Kind of like that spot. Okay, I'll quit. Thanks for watching. Sorry I didn't catch more fish. I really thought I would. Came up here just to catch big fish and numbers too. See you tomorrow.